Hi, Gary from MrG Shave, back for another Saturday shave of the day. Trying to get this all done before the Lions match this evening. Try and get down the pub at a better time. I think I got there close to half time last weekend, but yeah. I'll comb the beard. Yeah, so this is shave number 112. And is still part of the Next Steps series. This is going to be the shave bowl. This is the Giles Shaving Co. Shallow Bowl. Beautiful bowl, really nice. It's got that ridge on the bottom which is unglazed, which gives a better grip. Very nice. The brush that I'm using today, I'll take it out. I've been soaking the brush. I'll take it out of my Sig Solo Greenlandic bowl. It's the Semogue 830. So there you go. Great brush this. It's still being broken in. It's nowhere near broken in, but so that'll just go back in the soaking bowl. Now the new razor to the den that I discussed yesterday for the head shave is an open comb razor. Now people that new to this shaving regime, I've not used this before, so I'm not certain how this is going to perform, but I have been led to believe that this is quite a mild razor, but a lot of people are put off by the open comb teeth of this, and they think it's really aggressive just by the looks, and they don't buy it. But I believe this is quite a mild razor. So it's got the Gillette 7 O'clock Permasharp on its third use in here. I was tempted to put a new blade in, but I thought, you know what, I need to use up some of the blades that are almost, you know, on their second use. They need to be used a third time and put into the blade bank. So I decided I'm going to use this for the third time and then dispose of the blade. So that's the hardware. I'm going to get myself ready and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, all prepared. I'm putting Pears glycerin soap on as the pre-shave. Now you don't necessarily need to do a pre-shave, it's just part of my routine. I enjoy the whole process of doing, you know, the full Monty, if you want to call it that. I do like to use pre-shave, but I have done quite a few videos in the past where I haven't used pre-shave. So it's a personal choice, and the soap that I'm using today, you really don't need pre-shave, but I'm venturing into the realms of artisan soaps, but on the budget end. Some people might not call this particular manufacturer an artisan anymore, because they are so freely, you know, so widely available across the world, and they've become quite a big name and have a reputation for value for money. But it's a family business, and it's got quite a good history to it. I don't know the whole history. I have heard the history told before, but I believe that the company is run by an American veteran, but I could be wrong. Somebody can put the history down in the thing. I didn't have time today to look up the history. I was going to, but I've had so much on this morning with our weekly shop arriving, and then I've got a new phone, because the phone that I've got is shall we say, a bit intermittent in terms of charging and connecting to Android Auto and things like that. But so I decided it was time for an upgrade. And I mean, I've had the phone for quite a few years now. It's an S9 Plus, so and I've just upgraded to a Note 20 Ultra, I think it's called. I don't know. It was the one with a good camera on it anyway, so I think they've all got pretty good cameras on it. Right, the soap today. Stirling Stirling Barbershop, one of my favourite scents. This one was actually bought in Pasteurs in New York by my daughter and brought back. Fantastic scent. I'll show you the inside. I've mainly lathered straight to the puck, but I've recently taken to not doing that and just taking a scoop out. But it's brown, and the actual lather is sort of a very light, and you probably won't be able to see it, but it's a very light beigey brown. And as you can see, I've obviously already lathered up in preparation for the shave. So here goes. Let's put a bit more liquid, H2O, whatever you want to call it. Should have that filled with beer, really, shouldn't I? Right. Just getting this worked in. Doesn't really need much of a face lather at all. But it's nice to get it in amongst the bristles. I've got a bit of soap in my eye while I was having the shower, and it's still stinging. So if I keep rubbing my eye, that's what it is. But yeah, so I hope you've all had a good week, and I hope you're looking forward to this weekend break, even though it was supposed to be dry today, but it's been raining here this morning. Only light rain this morning though, nothing much, no wind, not a lot anyway, light breeze, that's all. And warm enough to be outside, so that's where I intend to go this afternoon, around 5 PM UK time, British summer time, to watch the Lions rugby team play. And they're playing South Africa. It's the second match of a three-part series, a three-match series, and the Lions won the first match, so this should be an interesting game. Right, here we go. So first time I've ever used, this is the Merkur, get my numbers out right. This is the Merkur 41C. It's sort of got an old-fashioned hexagonal handle. I wasn't too keen on that, but I wanted an open comb, and this sort of grabbed my attention. So, I mean, it's a nice, and it feels quite grippy, so that's fine. So here we go. Yeah, this is quite mild, as I expected. So this is an excellent next steps razor for someone who wants to try an open comb and feel the difference. You can feel the teeth, but you can also tell that it's really quite a mild razor. I would say this has the same blade feel as a Merkur 34C to me. A different feel though, because it's got the open comb, so it's difficult to tell, but to me it feels just, I'm quite happy using this alongside the Merkur 34C. This is really quite mild, so I would say medium to mild. Literally mowing through the hairs, even with the blade on its third use, which, to be fair, is usually the peak of sharpness or peak of performance for most blades. Feels great. Don't get me wrong, there is a difference, but it's not, I wouldn't say it's any more aggressive than the 34C. It just feels different. I can tell that it's not more aggressive just by the amount of beard growth that it's taking off. It's not, you know, it's not as aggressive as the you know, so, well, I've got a lot of razors that are more aggressive than the 34C. Maybe it's along the same lines as the DE89 in terms of aggression. This soap, Stirling Soaps, is a great, I still call them artisan because they're a family business, and they've, you know, went out to develop some really good soaps using some great ingredients for the right price for the shaving community, and they've done a superb job. I don't know them personally, I've never spoken to them, but I do know the story behind, or at least I think I know the story behind Stirling Soaps, because I've heard it a few times from various other YouTubers. But this is a great, you know, I mean, I forget what the price per ounce is, but if you look up Stirling Soaps wherever you are in the world, you'll see that it's good value for money. Certainly in comparison to, say, soaps like Barrister and Man and things like, I'm not dissing Barrister and Man. Lothar is another one, that's a British company that seem to charge a lot of money for what they produce, and quite often soaps like this one will outperform them. I'm not saying that this one outperforms Lothar or Barrister and Man, I'm not saying that, I'm just saying Stirling Soaps are right up there with the best of them, and probably at the best price you're going to get for what I call an artisan soap. And I know people are going to comment below about it not being an artisan, but to me it is. And they're always developing new soaps, new scents, new splashes and things like that. They do so much for the community. You know, I'm happy to recommend them. Right, so across the grain. You can hear it in the feedback that this isn't an aggressive razor. Now I have got another open comb that I might use next weekend, I don't know yet. And that's the vintage one, because I haven't used that yet either, and I don't get the chance to use razors off camera, you know, unless I take a day off like I did last Monday, where I did use one of my other razors off camera. Oh, look at this. This is just stunning. I mean, this is third pass, and look how much lather this has got. Just beautiful. Probably could do with a bit more liquid, you know, a bit more moisture, but it's fine for a DE shave. I'd probably add more hydration if this was a straight razor shave, but it's plenty slick enough for a DE shave. This is great, really great. Really enjoying this shave. Just added liquid without thinking about it. Just dunked my brush in the water. Don't know why I did that, but anyway. Right. Against the grain on this side is what you might consider to be a cross. I can tell straight away that I'm going to have pickups because it is a milder razor. Let's see how we've done. Yeah, there's quite a lot of pickups. Even up here. So this is, yeah, I would say this is on par with the Merkur 41C. I really would. It's right. Accidentally adding liquid to this, so I'll just quickly lather it in, get it all mixed in. So doing the pickup pass is almost going to be a full pass, which I don't mind, because the more I'm using the lather, the more I can smell it. Which the scent strength on this is a good 5 or 6 out of 10. It's a proper barbershop scent. Absolutely lovely. I can't recommend Stirling more. How do I rate it to British companies like Wickham Soap companies? Wickham Soap, I think Wickham Soap is probably a bit slicker, but it's got a far more limited range of scents, even though it's what I would consider a broad range of scents. When you look up Stirling and you see how many different scents they've got in their range, it's mind-boggling. Right, here we go. Very comfortable. That'll do. As I say, it's quite a mild razor, and you will have to go over far more spots, far more often with something like this than you would say with an R41. A Mool R41 it's within the price range of Next Steps, but it's probably, they don't call it the Beast for nothing. It is an open cone razor, and it's one of the most aggressive razors I've got in my den, double edge razors anyway. So, right, I think that's me done. That's almost completely BBS, apart from a couple of spots. So I'm going to call this a DFS shave. And if that's not bad for a third use razor blade, and the first time I've ever used this razor, so I'm quite happy with that result. But yeah, so that's another option for your next steps. And let's put it this way: if you've got this far and you've gone from the budget razors into the next steps, you're already down the rabbit hole. So as I go along and go into slowly more expensive razors, you may find that you need to talk to your bank manager. But we all know it in the community, the shaving rabbit hole. Right, I'm going to clean up and I'll be right back. Right, I'm back, post-shave time, cold splash. Oh. Oh, that's great. Right, I'm going to use the alum to see if there's any feedback. Nothing so far. Well, a little bit here, one or two. One or two over here. Nothing on the cheeks. So, all in all, an excellent shave. There's still, I mean, it's almost barely noticeable, but I can just about feel that there is a little bit of beard growth there. But it's, if I kept going over that, I would just irritate it. So I'm just going to leave that. That's where I normally get all my problems with straight razors. But everywhere else, even there, a little bit there, but nothing. Everywhere else is BBS, so I would call that a BBS to a DFS shave. Very happy with it, as I say, using that razor for the first time, getting used to the angles, although it's basically a 30-degree angle. But it is, you know, each razor has its own character and feel. And you've just got to get used to it. And for a first shave, that was pretty good. I'm quite pleased with that. Right. Post shave is going to be Humphreys Cucumber and Melon, Witch Hazel. Oh. Now this one, even, you know, if I'd irritated the skin, wouldn't sting me at all. Whereas the Boots one does. I'll need to look at the ingredients and the difference, but there's obviously some alcohol in the Boots one. I don't know. I have no idea, but it definitely, that one, the Boots one will sting if you've irritated your skin, and the Humphreys won't. Right, this is where I'll tell the difference. This is a barbershop scent. If you look on YouTube there's a straight razor shaver called the Stallion, and basically Razorock made a soap sort of in homage to him, and this is a barbershop scent, so that's why I chose it. Next to no sting, apart from in my eye where I just got it in the same place where the soap was. Oh. Right. Yeah, note to self, don't put splash in your eyes. Oh man. That was a mistake. Right. And then to follow that up, I'm going back to my trusty Nivea Men Cream. I love this stuff. It gives me the best post-shave feel of any of the creams, I think. I mean, Arco comes close, but Arco has got quite a strong scent to it, whereas this hasn't. So, and this works really well for me. Doesn't work for everybody, but it does for me. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of an almost perfect shave. And I'm not blaming the razor, I'm blaming me that it isn't perfect. You know, especially when you throw splash in your eyes, it makes it a bit uncomfortable. Right, okay, so that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you all on Monday, hopefully, for the next Battle of the Blades, which will be another Lord versus Lord, because I think I've got 4 different blades from Lord. So, good Lord, he said. Right. It's bye-bye from the Merkur 41C open comb razor. I would say that's on a par with the Merkur 34C and the DE89, or the Edwin Jagger DE89. It has a different feel because it's open comb. It does feel more aggressive when you put it to your face, but it's not. It's really quite. It's a mild to medium razor, and I'm perfectly happy recommending that for the next steps. we're sort of coming to an end of the next steps videos as well, and I'll start going back to my normal routines, and anything else after you see, that you see after the next steps series will be, you know, really deep down the rabbit hole. Probably there'll be more expensive razors. I'm just going to gradually go up in price probably. So that's it. I will see you on Monday. Bye bye for now.